nice to see you online. Thank you very much, Prof King. Why did you start the ESG Exchange?
Well, it became apparent to me that there was a lot of confusion in the minds of preparers because of the discussions going on between the EU and IFRS, the disclosures being called upon by the SEC for companies in the US on sustainability issues. And then the great stock exchanges in China, their listing requirements starting to deal with sustainability issues. So it's become quite clear because of the resource constraints on planet Earth that sustainability reporting is going to be mandated by regulators in most countries, but I think every country. And the experts in dealing with this, the standard setters themselves, are talking at the moment about aligning the standards because the drafts which have been issued for consultation purposes, like the European standards, are what has been called double materiality. It's how the company makes its money and the impacts it has on the critical dimensions for sustainable development, the economy, society, and the environment. And then we've seen, certainly in the last decade, how those three critical dimensions can have an impact on a company's financial condition, its balance sheet, its performance, its cash flows, its risk profile, its cost of capital. So there are two sides to sustainability: it's inside out and outside in. And that alone starts causing confusion in the minds of preparers. Now, there are 144 countries at the moment that follow the IASB under the IFRS, and the ISSB has become a sibling to the IASB. So one would think almost naturally there'd be an inclination those who are following the IASB financial reporting standards would follow the ISSB, but the ISSB has absorbed SASB standards, Sustainability Accounting Standards Board standard, which were focused on 77 industries and were outside in. And but with concession that something inside out could be very material, they introduced the concept of interoperability. Now there's a discussion of some parallel standards, and there's also this, thank heavens, the standard setters in ISSB, the EU, are talking about a lot, trying to align those standards. So you can see there's some confusion at the standard setting level. So when it comes to preparers, the regulator in their country will have to decide, are they going to follow the double materiality model of inside out and outside in? Or are they going to focus on the impacts which the environment, society, and the economy has on companies? Depending on what the regulator does, the question is, how does those who are drawing the reports in the company, how do they do it? Well, they're going to, A, be confused, as I've tried to indicate. And they've never done, some of them have never done a sustainability report. So it's going to be difficult for them. And I thought it would be a good idea to start an exchange, which we call the ESG Exchange, where I have the experts around the world, some of the experts around the world on the subject, have joined the ESG Exchange to try and guide people over a period of some 3 years as to how to do into a sustainability report. Remembering that a sustainability report, I call it an umbrella, because it encompasses the E and the S and the G. And so it covers those things. So the sustainability report has become important. because we've seen that the makeup of the market cap of companies, the majority of that makeup doesn't appear as additives in a balance sheet according to financial reporting standards. So sustainability reporting is taking on greater and greater importance, and hence the establishment of the ESG Exchange with experts that will draw modules and educate them how to draw a sustainability report, which will help all stakeholders, including investors.
Thank you.